What is up, everybody? Welcome to day 3. Let me make sure I'm live and you guys can see me. Where's that? If you guys can see me, type live and there I am. I see myself. Okay. Pin this to featured. Okay, guys. So welcome to day 3. This is our appraisal and offer making class. Day 3. Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make offers on on pretty much everything. So I'm going to be giving you guys some cheat codes that I haven't shared in the past, and some of them I recently just found that help out in an amazing way. So, you know, outside of my students, you guys are, one of the first people to actually see, or a few of the first people to actually see this. It isn't new, but it is something new that I've recently found. And then I will also be giving you guys access to my appraisal calculator as well. So how do we? Well, let me start off with this actually real fast. So just so you guys know, there is a whole mindset thing behind this. The money is made when you buy. It is not made when you sell. Okay. So before we ever buy something, right, we need to know what it's going to sell for, because if we don't know what it's going to sell for, then we shouldn't even be buying it. Okay. We have to know what an item is selling for before we buy it. That is just a rule. Write it down. That is a note taker. Okay. So make sure you do that. So the next question I get on this a lot is, what are the typical margins that we are working with when we are buying things, right? Well, typically, like on phones, we try to stick around 25 to 40%. That's typically where we try to stay. Okay, so think about, and I'll be showing you guys how this works in the calculator and everything here in a second as well. I actually need to pull that up also, so let me grab that real fast. But the money, guys, is made when you buy. It is not made when you sell. Just remember that. And like I said, write it down. So we're gonna start with eBay here, and I'm gonna be showing you guys multiple different places to figure out what something is, selling for, and what you should buy it for. Okay, so let's pop on in here, and we're gonna use this new tool that my my game console coach actually showed me yesterday or the other day. So it's just a new tool. It's not super new, but it is pretty cool. So let me pop in here and share with you guys this window, Chrome tab. There we go. So the first one we're going to start here is a thing called TerraPeak. So this is called TerraPeak Product Research. Go ahead and share that. All right, let me make sure you guys can see it. Okay. Pretty sure I'm sharing it. There we go. Perfect. Yep, we're good. All right. So the first tool here is TerraPeak. Okay. This helps us figure out what an item is typically selling for. Now this takes a big average. Okay. So I'm also going to be showing you guys like the older way of this, but I do want to bring this up because I think it is useful. I've been using it. So I want to show you guys how this works. So let's do an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and let's just say, it's unlocked. Let's just do that, right? Just to keep things easy for you guys. So we want to do it cell phones and smartphones. Then you can go down here and you can go to condition filter. You can go used, format filter. You can do fixed price, which is what I always do. And then I'm going to, kind of exclude, or it's fine. It's fine the way it is. Okay, so as you guys can see, here is the average price. So that's sold as unlocked. The iPhone 13 Pro Max unlocked. So as you can see here, $725. The sold price range varies quite a bit, obviously. Average shipping, free shipping, total sold, the sell-through rate. What this is the percentage of similar items that are sold, right? This means it's pretty high, okay? Pretty high. Now, you also have the listings down here. Now, Some of these are a bit skewed, right? So this is an average on what it's selling for. This gives you a pretty good idea. Okay. So I want to give you guys another example here, though, of another place that you guys can use to appraise. So the next one here is a direct buyer. Okay, so let me switch the share real quick. Nope, not slides. So I like to base a lot of things off of a direct buyer in the beginning. Okay, so let's say we got a 13 Pro Max. We got one right here. Let's say 128 gigs, right? They are buying it for $695 in grade B. Okay, so this is good to know because Terapeak, was 725. So why is the NYC phone buyer buying it for 695 in grade B? Right, grade A is grade A. That's basically new, just so you guys know. Grade B, I would actually base my price off of this right here, 695. But I showed you guys Terapeak because it's useful. Okay. Now, knowing this information, how do I figure out my offer? Right? How do I figure out my offer for an iPhone 13 Pro Max, 128 gigabyte unlocked grade B, right? Used essentially. Well, I got a fancy calculator that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys. So let me pull that up. Oops. Share screen. So NYC phone buyer is buying it for $695, right? So I actually have a direct buyer price calculator in here that helps you determine what price to buy the phone for. So all we got to do is type $695 in here, and then it's going to automatically help you determine your offer. Okay. So as you can see here, an offer at 50% would be $347. So I'd probably round that up to 350. Okay. If you move your offer up to 60%, it's now about 417. I would offer about 420 for that device. Okay. Now you can go higher if you want to. You got a lot of room here because the potential profit on this is $253 at 60%, right? You could even go up to offering about 30% of, 70 to 80% of its value and still making a solid amount of money, right? So, but it's totally up to you. But this calculator is here to help you guys understand how to offer, okay? So once you figure, like I said in the beginning, the money is made when you buy. It is not made when you sell. Okay. Money's made when you buy, not when you sell. So you need to understand what an item is going to sell for before you ever purchase it. Okay. That's the biggest deal there. If you can do that, you won't make a whole lot of mistakes in this business. Okay. So now I want to transition into, we talked about a little bit about phones, right? I do want to show you guys the older way of determining how to value something. So I would say this is the older way. Honestly, it's probably the most, it still is the best way in my opinion. Terapeak is great, but it leaves a lot of open room there, right? So we're gonna do. I'm gonna share my screen here again, and I'm gonna do the old way of doing things. So let me show that. And I still do a lot of my stuff this way, just so you guys know. So we're going to do iPhone 13 Pro Max, 128 gigabyte, unlocked. I'm going to be showing you guys, how to do game consoles and stuff here in a minute as well. All right, so what we're going to want to do is, if you're unsure about what Terapeak says, do your own research, right? We go here to 128 gigabyte. We're going to filter this thing down. We're going to go used. We're going to go to buy it now because that's what I always do. And then we're going to go to sold items only. All right, so here we got an iPhone. Well, so we never want to base anything off of these right here. The ones that are like like brand new looking. It's obviously a stock photo. That's not really what we're looking for. This one has no power, so it's only parts only. I clicked used. It's weird. Okay. All right, so we got one here at 850. Okay, this one's at $850. We got another one here at 729. This one's cracked back though. We got another one here at 800. So we got one at 850, 800, and then we got another one at 799. So we have two of them here at 799, right? Let's see if there's another one close to 799. Here we go, 820, right? So the next thing that we're going to do here, so we got two 799s and two 820s, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the calculator over here, and we're going to put these numbers into the eBay one. All right, so we had 799, 799, 799, and then 820. So 820. All right, so the average sold price for this is $806, right? I don't know what this year offer thing is here, but and then as you can see, it gives you what you should offer all the way up to 80%, right? Because phones, they typically have a lower profit margin, which is totally fine. But as you can see here, what I would personally offer for this, I would do a 60% offer because I know right off the bat I'm going to make $211. And this is based on this is based on $110 in eBay fees. I'm still going to make $211, right? So this is how you use this, right? And the same thing for Swappa here. Swappa is the same way. You just find three comparable prices and plug them in, and it comes up with your offer for you, right? So as you guys can see, this thing is super, super useful, right? I do want to talk a little bit more about other items now, though. So as you guys know, you guys probably have been hearing me talk about it a whole lot. I am buying a whole lot more than phones. As you can see in the back, I got laptops, I got Nintendo Switches, I got an Oculus Quest back there. I got quite a few different items, right? So today, guys, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of help when it comes to making offers on those devices, okay? So, and what I'm going to show you guys here is pretty simple. It's pretty simple, but most people just don't even think about it, right? So if you haven't entered the world of like game consoles and VRs and things like that yet, don't worry. It's okay. It's actually a lot easier than phones. So the first one I'm going to show you guys here is, believe it or not, we're going to go to GameStop Trade-In. Okay, and I want you guys to look at this because it's absolutely incredible. Let's go to GameStop Trade-In. So we have GameStop Trade-In here, right? Let's go to consoles. And then let's do the PS4. So I have been buying a lot of PS4s recently. So we'll go to here, just the OG, the original, right? Check this out, guys. The Sony PlayStation 4 500 gigabyte console black, GameStop is only paying $60 cash. And they're paying $75 in credit. You can use that to your advantage when it comes to making an offer. They've already made the offer for you. If somebody hits you up and they're like, hey, I want to sell a game console, you can literally be like, hey, GameStop's paying $60, I can pay $80. And then go and flip that thing for $140 or $150, right? So there's power in this, right? A lot of power in using GameStop to appraise items because you know already that you can offer more than they can. Okay, we already know this. Then we got the Nintendo Switch. This is just an older version. I'm not going to use that one as an example. We can load a few more here. Let's find the OLED Switch. So we've been buying a lot of Nintendo Switches here recently. Let's see. I wonder if they've been buying them yet. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay, so GameStop has been buying the Nintendo Switch OLED version for $128 right here. $128. Guys, here's some free game. The console alone right here is about $215. The console, the screen alone is that. Isn't that crazy? And these Joy-Cons here, they're about $40 to $50 a piece. Okay, I actually sold one yesterday, so let me actually pull that up. Let me grab that for you guys real quick so I can show you. Yeah, I actually sold these today. They were brand new, but I mean, heck, can't lose, right? Well, yesterday. You know, this week. Oh, paid and shipped. Duh. Let me share my screen here. Oh, this was, well, so these weren't even the OLED ones, actually. These were the colored OLEDs. So let me share my screen for that. All right, so I sold these yesterday. So this is the grip right here. These are the Joy-Cons, and these are the little thingies that go along with them. This sold by itself, these little parts, sold for $105. $105 just for that. Isn't that insane? And look at GameStop. You know, GameStop is only paying, $128 for the entire thing. We can use that to our advantage, right? Like, we can use GameStop's pricing to our advantage. So we know what it's going to sell for. We know that, right? Well, at least we know it's going to sell for more than 128. So, and it goes back to the same thing. You go back to eBay, you figure out what something is selling for, right? And then you come back and you make the offer. You use the appraisal calculator, find 3 comparables, right? All of that, right? The next thing that I do want to show you guys, and this one's another easy one that you guys can utilize to make offers, and it is actually Eco ATM. So Eco ATM has been lowballing people for years. I have bought from many people who went to Eco ATM first, and as you can see here, if you're in the phone industry, you're pretty familiar with Eco ATM. But as you can see, you can just go here and click. Let's see what they're paying for that 13 Pro Max we were looking at. Let's go here, 13 Pro Max, 128 gigs, unlocked, powers on, lights up, no cracks. All right, they're paying up to $415. So what can we offer? What was that? Yeah, we could offer 483, 564. So we could easily beat their pricing. Easily beat their pricing. So, these are just multiple ways where you guys can figure out how to appraise something and how to make money utilizing, things that are already out there for you to use, right? I got the calculator. I'll be putting that in the comments below for you guys to make it easy. Just make your life easy. But this is how you make offers, and this is how you appraise things, right? Is you find 3 comparables, or you use Terapeak with eBay. You use those different things, those tools, to come up with the price before you ever sell it. Okay, and just remember, you need to understand the price that it's going to sell for before you ever purchase it. That's the biggest rule here. The biggest rule here is that you need to know what something is going to sell for. If you don't have an idea on what something is going to sell for, then I recommend not buying it. Okay? So that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this, though, because this is a pillar of the business, is learning how to appraise things correctly, and that's how we make money, guys. I was trying to keep this, quick, compact, and easy for you guys to understand. So go and utilize everything that you've been taught and keep crushing.